Right, I'm gonna finish up the evil Overlord. We finished off in 45 last time, and apparently there's about 100, so I'll just finish those right now. 46. If an advisor says to me, "My liege, he is but one man, what can one man possibly do?" I reply this, and then kill him. 47. If I learn that a callow youth has begun a quest to destroy me, I will slay him while he is still a callow youth instead of waiting for him to mature. 48. I'll treat any beast with I control with thorough magic or technology with respect and kindness. Thus, if the control is ever broken, it will not immediately come after me for revenge. 49. If I learn the whereabouts of one artifact which can destroy me, I will not send all my troops out to seize it. I will instead send them out to seize something else and quietly put a want ad in the local paper. 50. My main computers will have their own special operating system that will be completely incompatible with standard IBM and Macintosh PowerBooks. 51. If one of my dungeon guards begins expressing concern over the conditions in the beautiful princess's cell, I will immediately transfer him to a less people-oriented position. 42. I will hire a team of board-certified architects and surveyors to examine my castle and inform me of any secret passages and abandoned tunnels that I might not know about. 53. If a beautiful princess that I ever captured says, "I'll never marry you, never, do you hear me? Never," I will say, "Oh well," and kill her. 54. I will not strike a bargain with a demonic being, then attempt to double-cross it simply because I feel like being contrary. 55. The four mutants and audible psychotics will have their place in my legions of terror. However, before I send them out on important covert missions, they require tact and subtlety. I will first see if there's anyone else equally qualified who would attract less attention. 56. My legions of terror will be trained in basic marksmanship. Anyone who cannot learn to hit a man-sized target at least 10 meters will be used for target practice. 57. Before employing any captured artifacts or machinery, I'll carefully read the owner's manual. 58. If it becomes necessary to escape, I will never stop to pose dramatically and toss off a one-liner. 59. I will never build a sentient computer smarter than I am. 60. My 5-year-old child advisor will also be asked to decipher any code I am thinking of using. If he breaks the code in under 30 seconds, it will not be used. Note, this also applies to passwords. 61. If my advisor asks, "Why are you risking everything on such a mad scheme?" I will not proceed unless I have a response that satisfies them. 62. I will design fortress hallways with no alcoves or protruding structural supports, which intruders could use for cover in a firefight. 63. Bulk trash will be disposed of with incinerators, not compactors, and they will be kept hot with none of that nonsense about flames going through access tunnels at predictable intervals. 64. I will see a competent psychiatrist and get cured of all extremely unusual phobias and bizarre compulsive habits which could prove to be a disadvantage. 65. If I must have a computer system with publicly available terminals, the maps they display in my complex will have rooms clearly marked as the main control room. This room will be the execution chamber. The actual main control room will be marked as sewage overflow containment. 66. My security keypad will actually be a fingerprint scanner. Anyone who watches someone press a sequence of buttons or dusty pad for fingerprints, then subsequently tries to enter by repeating that sequence will trigger the alarm system. 67. No matter how many shorts we have in the system, my guard will be instructed to treat every surveillance camera malfunction as a full-scale emergency. 68. I will spare someone who saved my life sometime in the past. This is only reasonable as it encourages others to do so. However, the offer is good one time only. If they want me to spare them again, they better save my life again. 69. All midwives will be banned from the realm. All babies will be delivered at a state-approved hospital. Orphans will be placed in foster homes, not abandoned in the woods to be raised by creatures of the wild. 70. When my guards split up to search for intruders, they will always travel in groups of at least 2. They will be trained so that if one of them disappears mysteriously while on patrol, the other will immediately initiate an alert and call for backup instead of quizzically peering around a corner. 71. If I decide to test a lieutenant's loyalty and see if she should be made a trusted lieutenant, I'll have a crack squad of marksmen standing by in case the answer is no. 72. If all the heroes are standing together around a strange device and beginning to taunt me, I pull out a conventional weapon instead of using my unstoppable super weapon on them. That goes back to always keeping 2 loaded guns on you. 73. I will not agree to let the heroes go if they win a free raid contest, even though my advisors ensure me it is impossible for them to win. 74. When I create a multimedia presentation of my plan designed so that 5-year-old advisor can easily understand the details, I will not label the disk Project Overlord and leave it laying on top of my desk. 75. I will instruct my legions of terror to attack the hero en masse instead of standing around waiting while members break off and attack 1 or 2 at a time. Sorry. I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but sorry. 76. If the hero runs up to my roof, I will not run up after him and struggle with him in an attempt to push him over the edge. I will also not engage him on the edge of a cliff. In the middle of a rope bridge over a river of molten lava is not even worth considering. 77. If I have a fit of temporary insanity and decide to give the hero the chance to reject the job as my trusted lieutenant, I will attain enough sanity to wait until my current trusted lieutenant is out of earshot before making the offer. 78. I will not tell my legions of terror, and he must be taken alive. The command will be, and try and take him alive if it is reasonably practical. 79. If my doomsday device happens to come with a reverse switch, as soon as it has been employed, it will be melted down and made into limited editions commemorative coins. 80. If my weakest troop fails to eliminate the hero, I will instead send out my best troops instead of wasting time with progressively strong ones as he gets closer and closer to my fortress. 81. If I'm fighting the hero atop a moving platform, have disarmed him, and I'm about to finish him off, and he glances behind me and drops flat, I too will drop flat instead of turning quizzically around to find out what he saw. 82. I will not shoot any of my enemies if they are standing in front of the crucial support beam to a heavy, dangerous, unbalanced structure. Goes back to having surveyors on hand. 83. If I am eating dinner with a hero, put poison in his goblet, and then have to leave the goblet for any reason, I will order new drinks for the both of us, instead of trying to decide whether or not to switch with him. 84. I will not have captives of one sex guarded by a member of the opposite sex. 85. I will not use any plan in which the final step is horribly complicated. Example, line the 12 suns of power on the sacred altar and then activate the medallion at the moment of the total eclipse. Instead, it will be push the button. 86. I will make sure that my doomsday device is up to code and properly grounded. 87. My vats of hazardous chemicals will be covered when not in use. Also, I will not construct walkways above them. 88. If a group of henchmen fail miserably at a task, I will not berate them for incompetence, then send the same group out to try that task again. 89. After I capture the hero's super weapon, I will not immediately disband my legions and relax my guard because I believe whoever holds the weapon is unstoppable. After all, the hero held the weapon and I took it from him. 90. I will not design my main control room so that every workstation is facing away from the door. 91. I will not ignore the messenger that stumbles in, exhausted and obviously agitated, until my personal grooming or current entertainment is finished. It might be important. 92. If I ever talk to the hero on the phone, I will not taunt him. Instead, I will say that his dogged perseverance has given me new insight on the futility of my evil, and that if he leaves me alone for a few months of quiet contemplation, I will likely return to the path of righteousness. Heroes usually fall for something like this. 93. If I hold a double execution of the hero and an underling who failed or betrayed me, I will see to it that the hero goes first. Yeah. 94. When arresting prisoners, my guards will not allow them to stop and grab a useless trinket of purely sentimental value. 95. My dungeon will have its own qualified medical staff complete with bodyguards. That way, if a prisoner becomes sick and his cellmate tells the guards it's an emergency, the guard will fetch a trauma team instead of opening up the cell for a look. You should probably have multiple medical teams. 96. The door mechanisms will be designed so that blasting the control panel on the outside seals the door and blasting the control panel on the inside opens the door, not vice versa. 97. My dungeon cells will not be furnished with objects that contain reflective surfaces or anything that can be unraveled. 98. If an attractive young couple enters my realm, I will carefully monitor their activities. If I find they are happy and affectionate, I will ignore them. However, if circumstances have forced them together against the rail, they spend all of their time bickering and criticizing each other, except during intermittent occasions where they are saving each other's lives, at which point there are hints of sexual tension. I will immediately order their execution. 99. Any data file of crucial importance will be padded to 1.45 megabits in size. 100. Finally, to keep my subjects permanently locked in a mindless trance, I will provide them with free, unlimited internet access. That was tiring, but there's the last of the evil Overlord list for this Tuesday. Thank you for listening, if anyone's even been listening.